And we're back here at Matador Field for the bottom half of the first. Yeah, if the Matadors had some help from Doc Brown, they'd probably get in their DeLorean, drive 88 miles an hour, and start things all over here at Matador Field. They now trail 6-0 after the top of the first got a little bit away from Calvin Copping. Ended up throwing 43 pitches just to get 3 outs. Did strike out 2, and in fact he got 3 outs right in a row. Got the 9-1-2 batters after letting the first 8 reach safely. So, the Matadors will have some ground to make up here as they'll send Chester Pack here to the plate. Defensively for the Gauchos, out in the outfield, left to right, Cameron Newell, Andrew Kalika, Luke Swenson. At third base, Peter Mara, shortstop Clay Fisher, second baseman Woody Woodward, first baseman Dalton Kelly. On the mound, Dylan Tate, and his first pitch to Chester Pack is in there for a called strike. 0-1. He's throwing to Campbell Ware behind the plate. And Chester Pack comes in with a .281 batting average. Cooled off a little bit after he was really hot, hitting all those home runs. As the next pitch here from Tate is outside. I'll even things up at 1-1. Chester Pack 6 home runs on the season. 32 hits, 25 runs scored, 20 RBIs. Leads the team in both of those categories. As the next pitch is in there for a called strike. Chester Pack takes that one on the outside corner. The Gauchos wearing the road gray jerseys today with the powder blue socks and hats as Chester Pack swings to the next pitch and fouls that one. That one goes out of play, back over the broadcast booth. Well, look out for the ESPN guys up on top. That's where they got at least a couple of their cameras set up. In fact, we thought we were going to be a little cramped here in the broadcast booth today as the 1-2 pitch comes in from Tate. Now it's an off speed that's just a little bit outside. Pack takes it, and it's a ball. Evens it up at 2-2. We thought we might be a little cramped here in the booth, but ESPN decided it's such a nice day here at Matador Field. They decided to take their spot in the stands today, broadcasting right from the seats here at Matador Field. As Chester Pack swings to the next pitch and hits this one high into the air, skies it out into center field. That'll be an easy one for Kalika. He will take a few steps in, but he's right there, and he's under it, makes the catch. That's the first out for the Matadors today. Fly out to center field. Pack saw a total of 6 pitches there in that opportunity, but not able to get anything done with it. And it's the first out here for the Matadors. Justin Turner now will be stepping into the box. First pitch is inside to the left-handed batter. Justin Turner had to kind of scoot out of the way of that one, trying to avoid being hit. So it's inside, and that will go as a ball, 1-0. He swings to the next pitch, and this one's a ground ball right to the second baseman, Woody Woodward. That's going to be an easy play. Ooh, throw to first. Not the best of throws, actually. It was an easy play, but Woody Woodward almost goofed it up. Dalton Kelly, though, pretty tall, lengthy guy over there at first, able to stretch out towards his left and still able to get the ball. And yeah, not the best throw over there from Woodward, but his teammate saves him over there at first. Justin Turner retired on the ground out to second. And just like that, 2 away. Now here for the Matadors. They'll send Ryan Roslowski here to the plate. Oh, time called, and Roslowski's going to go over and talk with Coach Tuig here before we officially get things started. So the Gauchos wearing the road grays today. CSUN in the home whites. Seem to have a little schedule going with their jerseys. Home whites kind of on Friday and Saturday, and they like to bust out the red jerseys on Sunday. Actually, the red jerseys are kind of cool. If you ever get a chance to see them up close, maybe you'll see them on GoMatadors.com. Here's the first pitch of Roslowski. It's on the outside corner for a called strike. If you look up close at those red jerseys, they actually, they're not just plain red. They look like they have bricks on them. And that is one of the kind of the callings of the Matadors, one of the things that Coach Moore has instilled with this team. They really focus on this idea of bricks. Here's the next pitch to Roslowski. Is high and away for a ball, evens things up at 1-1. Basically what they do is, at the end of practice, they have a little area where they decide if practice was good enough, they feel like they put in a good enough job, they'll put 1 brick. And basically by the end of the season, they hope that they'll have a little wall forming. And that just goes to show them that you're putting in the work day by day, and by the end of the season, they can see just how much work they put in, as Roslowski, the next pitch to him is a little bit outside, so he's now ahead in the count, 2-1. He swings to this next pitch, and he fouls that one. That one's going to go out of play, back onto Lindley Avenue, I should say. hopefully the ESPN guys know about Lindley. Maybe they could have gotten some insight not to park any cars too close. They got their trailer just right out back behind the broadcast booth. They're right parked on the soccer field behind Matador Field. As Rosowski puts down a bunt, it goes towards third. Dylan Tate picks it up, but he's not going to have a play. Rosowski is going to be on base here. That will go as a bunt single. It's a 2-out base hit for Rosowski. He reaches base here. And Nolan Bumstead now going to be stepping up to the plate. So Matadors getting it done any way they can. Rosowski putting a bunt down on the 2-1 count. Nice time to maybe think about it. Didn't put it down right away. That's when maybe the Gauchos would have been expecting it most, right off the bat. But knew with a 2-1 count, knew that he'd be getting a decent pitch there, probably a fastball, probably in the zone. Dylan Tate wouldn't want to go 3-1 on him. It's a 6-0 game. So that's the first hit of the day for the Matadors, and Nolan Bumstead will get his first chance against Tate. First pitch to him is outside, so that will be a ball, 1-0. Anyway, it's kind of cool how they have that whole brick campaign, that brick idea, and they've translated it onto the jerseys here too. So maybe a lasting impression it will make, a lasting idea here. As long as they have those jerseys. Just a little reminder of the work that the Matadors have been putting in as Bumstead fouls this one over towards the Matador dugout, leaving things up at 1-1. And the Matadors have been putting in good work. You know, today they've got to fight to get back in this one, already trailing 6-0, but overall this season they've had a good start as the next pitch here to Bumstead on the outside corner for a called strike. You know, one thing that ESPN pointed out during their little pregame show, we were playing it a little bit here on Go Matadors. One thing they said, hey, this is a matchup between two 20-win teams. CSUN's 20-11, Santa Barbara's 24-7. They're the only two 20-game winning teams in the Big West Conference right now. So pretty exciting that both of these teams have been doing so well. Of course, the Big West records don't necessarily even out just yet. As a pickoff throw here by Dylan Tate goes over to first. It's a 1-2 count right now to Nolan Bumstead, so definitely expecting that Rosowski could be taken off 1-2. He knows that Bumstead's probably getting an off-speed pitch. We'll see if Rosowski goes. Rosowski does not take off. The pitch is swung on, and it's a base hit, just fair, down the third base line. That one's going to roll all the way into the corner. That is going to allow Rosowski to come to third. He is going to turn and come in and score. Bumstead is in at second base. Beautiful swing of the bat. That was fair by the slimmest of margins off the bat of Bumstead, and it's a double for the first baseman, and it scores the first run of the day for Northridge. They trail 6-1. But hey, they got one back here against the ever-so-tough Dylan Tate. Dylan Tate only had allowed 9 earned runs in 60 innings pitched so far this season. So I know Rosowski's, it was a base hit, but he kind of just squeaked in a little bunt. Hey, that's baseball, though. If you see people aren't paying attention, you have a chance to do that. Plus, UC Santa Barbara should know that Rosowski has had a history of doing that, too. They should be prepared for things if they don't want the bunt to happen. So first pitch here to Yusuke Akitoshi is a little bit high for a ball. So the Matadors at least getting a couple people here to the plate in the home half of the first. It's a RBI double for Bumstead. Scores the first run of the game for CSUN as this next pitch is almost into the hole, but it's snagged by the first baseman Dalton Kelly, who will throw to Dylan Tate covering first. Excellent play there by the Gauchos. That easily could have been right past the first baseman, Dalton Kelly. Could have gotten into right. That could have been the second run for the Matadors. But nice defensive play by them to shut the Matadors down. Goes as a 3-1, and that will end the inning. So we'll head to the top of the second. Matadors get one back. They trail 6-1. And you are listening to Matador Baseball on Matador Sports Properties.